Alright, so today is Easter, and it's a Sunday, so everyone is in their houses and all that. So I figure I'm gonna go to the car wash at least and get this bike cleaned up a bit. Last time I cleaned it was around 400 miles ago, so I tried to keep everything clean. So if you clean the bike pretty often, it's easier to clean. If you leave 3 weeks, a month, 3 months without cleaning the bike, you go to the car wash and it just doesn't come off. If you're picky like me, I keep this bike pristine. Damn. So right now I'm gonna wait the bike to cool down a bit. You don't want to spray it when it's all hot. It's like 200 degrees on the engine if it shows there. So it's 219. So it's too hot. So I'm gonna let it cool down a bit. And for the meantime, what you can do is clean the chain. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I bought this one. I've been using this one from like day one. So it's a WD-40 degreaser. You want to use that, you want to use the brush, and you want to clean this bitch. So now that the bike has been here for like 20 minutes maybe, it's cool enough to clean it. Prep thing I do is, you're going to need a couple of rags. So what I do is, you grab 2 rags. This is just something I do, you don't have to do it, but it's to cover the air intake. I don't know why I never see anyone do this, but it's just something that I do. Like that. The exhaust, it doesn't matter if it's open. You can cover it if you want. I have an extra rag, so you can cover it, but I don't want it to burn, so I'm not gonna do it. I'm protecting the grange too, because the hair is like, the hair that it has is gonna get ruined. So then what you wanna do is, you see this brush here? You're gonna want to spit on it and leave it there. If you use that, you're an idiot. You do not want to use that. So I do high pressure soap. So I usually start from the top. So that's the soap. Then I go all around from the top. I forgot to take this off. You don't want to have it on. And then you go softly on the top like this. You don't want to blast it all completely. You can blast it here, all right. But over here, you want to go like softly to not push too much water in there. And then you can clean the chain. You can clean the rim a bit. You're just gonna clean the entire bike like that. You don't want to use the brush because it scratches the bike and it's kind of unnecessary. You clean the tires a bit. You go underneath, blast the radiator a bit. You want to go under this like that to get all the gunk. So you can blast the inside of here like that. And you can move the bike a bit to get the other areas of the chain. Then I'm gonna splash the chain again. And I have 2 minutes of just water. So high pressure rinse. This is when I start just rinsing it. So you can see everything is clean. You can get under it like that. I'm gonna do the same over on this side. Get under that. So then I do the same. I start from the top. Get all the soap out. And with 4 minutes, you have a clean bike. And I got all of it. You can see. The entire bike is rinsed out of all the soap with just 4 minutes. So now you take these off, you squeeze them, and I usually hand dry the bike. And this is actually like part of the cleaning too. So whenever you dry it, you're actually cleaning it also. So you get 2 in 1. And this is honestly the slowest part of it, the drying. This is where I take my time to like clean the bottom of it and do all of that. It's just a long process. But if you want to wipe it all down by hand, you want to wipe the rims. Areas that people forget are like front calipers. Front calipers, you wipe them off with a rag also. But what I do is I start with all the main fairings first. So you start with the top, same thing. You want to do the top first and then move down because the bottom is all going to be dirty still from the road debris and all that. Use the dirty rag at last for those areas so you can clean the rims. You don't want to clean the rims and then go up. You're gonna get it all dirty. The areas you shouldn't forget is under the bike. So you clean it under, clean where the engine is, exhausts, fairings, all of it. You gotta clean every single gap of it. Don't forget behind this area, behind the tire. You clean under the swing arm, wipe everything. You see a gap with water, you wipe it. This is the last part, is to run a rag on the entire chain. You can see now, if I run my fingers, there's nothing. So this is where the degreaser and you can see there's like nothing on my hands. That's how you want the chain. Now the bike is clean. It's actually clean. There's only a couple of things left that you want to do. One of them is gonna be waxing the chain, and I also wax the entire bike after. So I do the same, pretty much what I did. I do the same thing but with wax. So the only thing I didn't wipe is tires, the rubber side. So what I do is you just go out slow, and that's pretty much it. I go slow because I don't want the water to get all splashed out underneath. So you don't want all the water to get splashed and get your bike dirty again. But if you're scared of getting the bike wet, there's nothing to be worried about. These bikes are made for the rain, so they're fine. But ideally you don't want to wet the air intake. This is where the filter is, right here. And if you get water in, and then you get into freeway, you get all the water on your air filter. So it's just good practice not to do that. But I need to change the filter on this bike anyways. So just some wax on the chain, wax on the bike. I don't know what happened. This is like the 5th ambulance I've seen. So you might be scared, but this is the actual opposite. You want to actually clean bikes pretty often. I don't know why people are like scared of getting the bike wet and then they leave the bike dirty for months. And then you go there and clean it and it just doesn't come off. It's the same as your teeth. If you never clean them and then you clean them after a month, you're gonna brush it and it's still gonna be dirty. So you want to do the same with the bike. So you want to keep them clean. Keep a clean bike, it's a happy bike. Keep the chain clean. All the drivetrain on this bike it looks almost brand new, and it has 11,000. You can see how clean the entire bike is. You can see underneath you can see rims, calipers. You can see all of it, how clean you can see how clean everything is. Just because whenever you're cleaning, sometimes you don't see a spot that's dirty, you still gotta wipe it down. You can see this is 10,000 miles on this bike. You can see how perfectly clean everything is. You can see inside there, you can see all of it. It's squeaky clean. So yeah, that's pretty much for today. But in case you didn't know how to clean a bike, this is how you do it.